Okay, fans, welcome to Medicine TV Kenya. Obier and Shikuku, and we are here with Obiero ambaye ni mmoja wetu tu ambaye tunafanya naye kazi. Na leo hii tumeamua kuingia ndani ya studio hii kidogo tukaweze tu kuwa na mazungumzo machache ambaye ataangazia haswa sisi wana Medicine TV kwamba tukiwa hapa sisi ambao tunawaburudisha huko nje mkaweze tu kutujua zaidi. Mr. Obiero, habari yako?
Thank you very much.
Uko salama lakini?
Yeah, niko vizuri.
Mr. Obiero, unatoka pande gani Kenya?
Obier County,
Obier County,
Karachuonyo constituency. From Kindle Ward. I'm a Konyango. My bad.
Actually, this guy comes from my constituency whereby sometimes Kiswahili. So we'll be jumping to the other side of the because it's been very, as you understand from that particular side, so it becomes a little bit challenging. Okay, so before you know Medicine TV, or rather before you knew Medicine TV, well,
3 years ago, if I actually review my past, I worked in Venice Television 1.5 years because of my expertise. Actually, I did TV production when I was in Madame University. And the first thing I actually want to talk about is how we actually got up Venice TV until changes came with the advancement of technology and how the world actually copes with 21st century.
And maybe just before that, okay, what pushed you into the media industry?
I saw how my father lived his life when I was growing up. He was a man of poet. He was passionate about media, art, and music. So I think that was embedded in me as I was growing up. I saw things he used to do, how he went to events, traveled outside the country, USA, Canada. He even received presidential award when he was in college during Moi's presidency. So I think that one is what motivated me to also.
It's what drove you towards as in being one of the media crews, as in being one of the media members and whatever. Okay, what do you find so much interesting, especially when at work?
What I find interesting at work is that art is all about your own invention. There are a lot of things that people do in media industry that they copy others, especially Western one. But we have a lot of things that we need to advance in as Africans, especially if we see how we are going so fast. A third world country, moving into second world country, it needs a lot of dedication, it needs a lot of hard work, a lot of research. So what I find more interesting is how Africa is advancing in that. We are embedding traditional cements into our system, of which that one is elevating what Africa needs as per Africans, especially this is our crowd. This actually makes sure that we meet our citizens. And in media, we don't actually have to leave the netizens as well, because they are the people who are propelling us to pass our information. So media is large, and Africa is also growing very fast. We are also among those people who can be counted as advancement in the world.
That means you really enjoy this particular industry, especially when you're working. And okay, you're outside there, a bit of clients, a bit of people. Somebody is just trying to maybe annoy you. How do you deal with that?
I'm actually thrilled because I'm not always a TV personality person. Production is always behind the scenes. It's not always a front face like we are doing it right now. But production is always interesting because you have to deal with the artists, you have to deal with the crew itself, you have to coordinate with the managerial in the system as well. You have to make sure that what goes out is authentic, precise, and concise. So it's really interesting.
There are rumors that you once stepped in the set house, especially when I was still at school, and you are like, okay, how do you find yourself there? Because many people have been asking, okay, will I ever find myself in the set house? How was it?
Oh, that's a dream come true. I want to tell my fans that the first day that I stepped in State House, it was very wonderful. Actually, the environment itself. No, I came into a village where beautiful houses was actually a dream. You see one person um, building up a beautiful home or something like that. It was always a comparison. Will I be there? Will our family also advance to that place? When I came to State House, it was not because of my parents or because of my uncles or the friends of my father, just because of my talent. I joined primary school and I also joined the art in that school, and that actually is what propelled us to succeed. I was among all the drummists who were doing the Ramogi dance, but then you understand how that one has actually embedded traditional culture of real Luo dance schools. If you look into music that comes from lowland, it comes from a drum style. So,
As in cultural
yeah,
touches of so many things,
yes,
especially the society.
yes, yes. So, Luo culture is with a lot of dances, a lot of traditional dances, and the drum itself talks about what Luo drum is.
What do you mean by
Angla is it's a genre
Sajona?
in musical art.
Yeah.
And the one we have today is not as the one we used to have in the past.
Yeah.
Ohangla was typically, it had different type of instrumentals, which provided the real music and harmony that we needed. And nowadays, there are a lot of advancements. If you really wanted the traditional Ohangla, there are specific artists that you need to listen to. And you don't just listen to those artists, you listen to those musical harmonies.
Exactly.
Yes.
So the truth is that okay, talent based. You know, it happened that you stepped yourself in the set of the very first time. Why? Because of your seriousness, your hard work in art at school and whatever. So this thing made you to step in the set house more, shake maybe the present time. Okay, what did you get anything good set house?
Yeah, of course, but I think we were bribed. Yes, because what was it's really a good memory, especially when we were there. I went to the school, we performed in, in county levels.
Obiero, just
Yes,
you are in the set house. You are students.
yes,
You've come to perform.
yes,
You know, people are still under teachers.
of course.
You are not yet on your own because students have got no idea.
Yeah,
You see, there's nothing you can do on your own.
yes.
After leaving the state house, and you know, you don't have that courage to ask whoever is the head of the department, as in, say anything. But do you feel like there's something that was given by
That's why I'm saying the gifts that we were supposed to receive. I always feel that we were bribed. You know, as I grow up, I'm now 30 years on the bar.
yeah,
You understand?
yeah.
That time I was very young. I was very passionate about life. I was very happy seeing people, beautiful people, and you know, going to state house, you know, different dresses, the aroma of the place, the ambience of the space itself, the environment.
Was it the first time you are stepping in Nairobi?
Yes, it was the first time I was stepping in Nairobi.
Fantastic. You are stepping in Nairobi for the first time,
Of course,
direct to the state house.
direct to the state house. No, but before we went to state house, we were camped at a school in that school was in Westlands.
You know, despite that, you see, you are entering the state house the very first time you stepped in Nairobi.
Yes.
Yeah, you see, and there are many people staying in Nairobi for so many years who've never stepped, even just close to the state house. How do you find out? Okay, how do you normally feel about that?
I feel about the two distinctions. Number one is which gift do you have? Some people go to state house nowadays because of politics, business, but I'm very proud of myself because it's art. It's what made me to state house. That's why we are here. That's why we are talking Melissa TV because it's all about art. Without art, there is no media. Without art, there is no information that will spread because after here, you hear music industry and artists doing music in industry, they always sing about information. Those informations come through the art style. They talk about those politicians, what they do, what they want to do for the people, what they want to plan to do in 5 years, 10 years time.
Exactly, exactly. Actually, this Melissa Kibika and Shikuku and the area and Mr. Obiero is one of the Melissa Kibi crews, and we're just trying to, you know, engage ourselves so that have a conversation over what takes place in this particular country, what Mr. Obiero used to do, maybe how he saved this particular city and all that. But remember, he's a guy that we do work with him on the same table. And today we just to have a way out on how to maybe tell Kenyans, maybe tell our viewers what has been happening in between us, and whatever, whatever. Shortly we'll be coming back. Let's have a short break. I'm Shikuku Fanon, Mr. Obiero.